Hello, my name is Beth Wolf, and I have entered the Faculty and Staff Division of the Innovative Work of Art, Design, Performance, or Creation for the 2022 I3 competition. The name of my entry is To Those Who Would Burn Witches, a Warning. This is a poem that I wrote a few years ago, inspired by an unattributed quote that reads, "They didn't burn witches to silence the ones they burned. They burned them to silence the ones who watched." I had read this quote and following a personal experience that involved shutting down a person with influence in the hopes that others might watch themselves. I wrote this poem because despite the fact that the witch trials of centuries ago are no longer something that happen in our world, people in power do continue to utilize the technique of silencing dissent by punishing those who challenge the status quo, hoping to use it as a warning to others to stay in line. And so that was the inspiration for writing this poem. And for the I3 competition, I decided to take it a step further and add images that came from the times of the witch trials that show the hangings and burnings of people who had been convicted of witchcraft. Because I feel that this gives a very powerful reminder that this did happen to people, not just in our country, but in other countries. Recently, in the country of Scotland, there was a wide pardon that was issued to those who had been convicted of witchcraft hundreds of years ago. And so I think we are starting to recognize the danger of what happened. But I think we also need to consider the importance of not silencing people just because they are um, challenging the structure of things. And so this is my poem, To Those Who Would Burn Witches, a Warning. If you burn a witch to silence those who watch, take care. Best cut out her tongue first, so her screams cannot morph into battle cries as they echo through the hills. Be sure no glowing embers remain, lest they spark the tinder of the latent fury of the spectators, and the fire turn to consume you as well. Carefully sweep away all the ashes to prevent the rise of a phoenix more powerful than the being you erased. Do not allow the assembly to collect charred bits of her bone that they will tie to strings and wrap around their necks and wrists as talismans to channel her strength and courage and righteous anger. No, if you burn a witch, you must know the danger of sparking rebellion instead of fear, and you becoming the one who is silenced. Thank you for your consideration of my entry into this year's contest.